Nerdgasm Talk Podcast is brought to you by Spaces Philly. If you love podcasts, go to spacesphilly.com where you can check out Lulu and Pop, Both Sides, Turntables, Jump Thought Super Tongue, and the Nerd Coalition's very own No Gimmicks Needed. Visit spacesphilly.com today. And now, feel the Nerdgasm.
The Batman. Okay.
Da-dum.
And first of all, before we get all into that, we'll get into it. I was sitting there like, man, I have not really seen any movies in the first 2 months of 2022. I've actually been focused on TV shows. But I have not, I've been going to see Scream 5. I didn't see Scream 5. I didn't see Uncharted yet.
I did not hear anything good about Uncharted.
Yeah.
So you might be.
I'm not hearing nothing good about Uncharted. I'm not hearing anything about Uncharted. Let me rephrase that.
So, but like I said, because look, now I'm the only one on the show right now that actually played the Uncharted games that loves Uncharted. So obviously, I definitely wanted to go see it, but I have not checked anything out yet. But I was like, but you know what? We in March and April and May and June are about to be loaded with blockbusters. And they said, well, we're gonna kick this off, and we're gonna kick off the DCEU year with Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, if you guys want to hear my non-spoiler review of The Batman, make sure you guys check out my non-spoiler review on NC Studios. I had that up on Sunday morning, so you guys can check that out. But this is gonna be spoilers. We talking all spoilers. We here for the ride. Left 3 hours, okay, that we was in this movie theater. We got a lot of spoilers to talk about, okay, and then get some opinions and stuff like that. And then if my wife has any questions, because she didn't see the movie yet, but before the whole internet attacks me, she does not mind spoilers.
Yes, I don't care about spoilers. I read the back of books first and then work my way back.
People really go, you talk about, so you got on the show, you talk about spoilers, you are a disgrace to the human race.
This is why I make that disclaimer all the time. I will read the end of something, or somebody can tell me exactly what happened, and I will still go watch it. I don't care.
So, but then, I went, me and my homie went Friday night, and then Q Flow went on Saturday night. And so we got to talk some spoilers, man. And I'm going to start off first because Q has heard me and my wife has heard me on this podcast. And we're not talking about the podcast. When they casted Robert Pattinson, I said no.
Most people did.
I said, and everybody told me he's a great actor. I'm like, I know. But he ain't Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now. You know who else is a great actor? Denzel Washington, but he ain't Nick Fury.
That's right.
He ain't Black Lightning. There's certain people that can't fit certain things. Okay, and I'm gonna say it's like, and that's what I felt about Robert Pattinson. I was like, he's not Bruce Wayne. He's not Batman. Going up until the night before, I seen the teaser, I seen the trailers. But I don't look because they was releasing way too many clips. I was like, y'all got too many TV spots. I watched the teaser and the trailer. That's all I watched. And I was just like, that's not Batman to me. It's not Batman. Even when they casted Ben Affleck as Batman, at first I was like, why? But then I seen him in the suit in the trailer. I was like, God, that's Batman. That's what I said. And I got sold on Batfleck. I was never sold on Robert Pattinson at all. I wasn't sold on Skinny Batman. Then the news and stuff was coming out about him not wanting to work, and Zoe Kravitz in there busting her ass, and he was sitting there like, it's hard to work out at home. I was like, yo, shut up. See, that's why I don't like him. You know what I'm saying?
He was on some BS. I think the Batman should talk with a pirate accent. Like, yo, you don't get shut up, bro.
Exactly.
God.
Don't you already pissed? You already pissing me off. So then we hear it got delayed, and now March is here, and I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. Because at first I was like, I may wait for it to come out on streaming service. Cause I see enough Batmans in my life.
Facts. We've seen a lot of Batmans in our lifetime.
But I was like, you know what? I'm still a movie guy. I'm gonna go sit here and check this thing out. Even as I'm walking through the door, I'm not sold on Robert Pattinson. Newsflash. 15 minutes into the movie, I wasn't sold on Robert Pattinson. I'm here to say he changed my mind.
You had to eat your words?
I had to eat some words, especially as the movie went on. I had to eat my words. Q-Flow. How did you feel about Robert Pattinson from the beginning and going into the movie? I ain't asked for a quick review of the movie just yet. I'm talking about just Robert Pattinson alone as Bruce Wayne Batman.
Let me answer that in a two-part. Because as Bruce Wayne, he was terrible. But lucky enough, I'm sorry, like in my opinion, and for Bruce Wayne, he wasn't good. Lucky for us, he was barely Bruce Wayne in this film. So he did good. He was all right. And I was on the hate train. Because it's like, I don't want Sparky Vampire Man. I was the conductor. All right. And collected tickets.
It's cool. I was shoveling coal in that old school train. Just keep it moving.
Did not want this sparkly vampire as Batman. And I'm not even a big Batman guy. Y'all know Batman, I can do a whole tirade on him alone. But it's just like, dog, come on, man. We got to do better. But he was good. I liked him.
Okay. That's fair enough. Now, real quick, before we get to spoilers, 'cause I broke it down to different characters we talk about and different plot points and stuff like that. Overall, just a quick review. How did you enjoy the movie?
I liked it. Now, I'm not going to lie. Going into it, I didn't know it was 3 hours. And I'm not going to lie. There was a part where I kind of dozed off. But besides all that, I thought it was good. I'm like, all right, it's a nice little setup.
You got to go into something knowing it's 3 hours. You got to prepare yourself.
I know. I did not know that it was 3 hours. But it's cool. I liked it.
What would you grade it on the Nerd Coalition scale?
We still ain't come up with a B grade, but I'll give it a B grade.
Okay. Well, this is where I text you that we solidly disagree because I thought it was a complete nerdgasm.
I was shocked when he told me that. I was just like, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
Well, y'all gotta remember again, like I'm not the biggest Batman guy, so I slight hate there, man. But we'll get there.
I mean, anybody you rather raise Captain America's shield than deal with Batman in the dark. I got you. But it's cool.
I just like my heroes to get the job done.
Batman get the job done. Okay,
he don't get the job done. All right,
Batman gets the job done. Because guess what? This Batman gets the job done.
He does not get the job done, and we gonna talk about it.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I thought he was gonna get the job done. Then he gave that stupid ass speech that all the Batmen give. I'm like, well, never mind. Year two Batman already came up with the code. All right.
Year two. Okay, first of all. So here's the thing. Going into this movie, I want everybody to know that this is a take on Batman Year One and Batman Earth One. Now, I'm not going to even actually this sketch. I'm not trying to judge, but I know she didn't read those.
No, listen, you ain't got to preface it with stuff. And maybe you preface it for people out there. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I've heard these terms before, but I'm not going to pretend like I have a whole bunch to contribute here.
Have you read Batman Year One or Batman Earth One?
No, but I'm familiar.
Okay, have you seen the Batman Year One movie?
Is that animated one?
Yes.
No.
Whew. Okay, so I'm going to here alone. But look, when I seen that, I was like, this is what this is based off of. Batman Earth One, and is a Jeff Johns. Was it Jeff Johns? I believe it was, but it's a small book. It's not a big book at all. They start doing these Earth One series of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and basically kind of like change up their story a little bit as them in their like rookie years. Obviously, that's what they call it, Earth One and stuff like that. So this Batman right here is already showing that he is early in the Batman career. And I like how they do in year two. because like okay, he got the bat suit, but it doesn't look like the traditional bat suit. And what I like about him is that this Batman is the way Matt Reeves explains this Batman is that this Batman is everything we've been talking about. This Batman has mental issues. This Batman is a recluse. This Batman is not part of society. This Batman is crazy.
He went crazy, Mickey Ficky. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Right in the moment.
And that's one thing I love how they illustrated about Batman. And even in the beginning, Q, when he's writing in his diary, because his days are running together because all he does is go out at night.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, that's kind of, creative. He don't talk to Alfred like a friend at first. He talks like a butler. Because in reality, he's just a mad. Well, actually, Alfred's way more than that. But I'm saying,
I understand, but
yeah, especially this is a take because Andy Serkis plays Alfred.
Oh, that's right.
That is Andy Serkis. All right, I thought I was bugging.
Yeah. Well, see,
I'm like,
Andy Serkis and Matt Reeves go together like Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, Denzel and Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tarantino and Jackson. You know what I'm saying? That's how they go together. Because Matt Reeves did the Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, The Rise and War.
Caesar, right?
Yeah, he was Caesar. So yeah. So
everybody has their actor they call. They be like, who am I gonna put in here?
Exactly.
Let me just call Andy. Like, oh, okay.
There you have it. But I'll get to that out for a minute. So even when they explain like what the true purpose of the bat signal was, and how he weaponized the shadows.
That was smart.
That was dope.
They was panicking.
But was you not?
They was No, I wasn't.
Look,
what are you gonna do? Kill me? No. Psych dog. I'm being petty. I'm being petty.
He drew. Because here's the thing. I like how they showed 3 different scenarios, right? Mm-hmm. And then they each had a shadow in them when that bat, and they kept looking at the bat. And you're sitting there thinking like, which shadow is he going to come out of?
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, he came out the more important shadow because the guy was about to get jumped. Okay, but I was like, but the fear that they had, and it was like, oh wait a minute, okay, dude got hit by a car because he was too busy worried about if bats would come out the shadows. I'm just like, yo, the shadows are taking care of everything else for him, while he only gets to take care of this one across town. That's smart.
I thought that was a cop car the dude got hit by. I was about to say, well, that helped.
I was saying, no, he got hit by a red car, but they were so slowed him down. And the guys that was painting on the Capitol, the cops caught them on the helicopter. So, but the people, the guys in the subway, and then he comes up there and walks out, and we get that whole scene of him beating down those kind of clown,
the fake Jabberwockies.
Yeah, fake Jabberwockies. Yeah. And how they show how brutal this Batman is, but also he gets hit. He gets shot at. He don't dodge. He don't do the whole smoke screen and come up and be all selfie.
Kung Fu, yeah.
Like that was the remember how when Batman Begins, like they only showed him he trained with the League of Shadows, obviously, and then he came and then he tried to do a little bit of something, but he learned kind of fast. Because when he first got the Batman suit, he was doing all the self-type kills and everything. That was Ninja Batman. But I'm talking about this one right here, which is brutal. I'm here to inflict fear into the criminal, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to brutally beat them the fuck up, close to death, because he don't care about his life. And that's one thing that they illustrate. Now you said you didn't like him as Bruce Wayne. Now explain to me why you didn't like him as Bruce Wayne. I'll explain to you why I actually did like him as Bruce Wayne.
I mean, I guess I get it. Like he was young Bruce Wayne, but I don't know. I like billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne better.
Yeah, I do understand that, and because it's so funny. Because I was telling my homie while I was going in, I said he got to play 3 different parts. He has to play Batman, he has to play billionaire Bruce Wayne, he has to play the Bruce Wayne that's with Alfred. And Because if you don't play billionaire Bruce Wayne, you can look at that guy and be like, yo, that guy's Batman. Easy. Okay? Because the way he's walking around. But the way they showed it, like, this man hasn't even been outside in the daytime. He just goes out there at night. I did that in college before. Just go out at night and your days start running together. And you be like, what day is it? To the point where, remember, he was about to go out and Alfred said, oh, man, are you still a Wayne? You're like, where are your cufflinks? You know what I'm saying? Right. And he had to illustrate that. And then, even when he went out there, he don't even know how to interact with society. That's how I'm saying, but he has not figured out that, because right now, all he cares about is vengeance. All he cares about is vengeance. So right now, it's always on his mind. It's not about, he didn't learn about being a hero to the end of the movie. That you had to be more than just vengeance. Because all he cares about is inflicting damage on any criminal out there that could have possibly been the one that killed his parents.
Yeah, right.
So, and that's why I was like, okay, I excuse it, because right now this is early Batman, and I think a lot of people who are used to a lot of prominent characters, such as Superman, such as Spider-Man, such as any popular hero, are not necessarily used to when they have to go through growing pains. And I think that when it comes to us, you know, in the geek culture and stuff like that, that bothers us a lot. When people had to go to growing pains, I'm like, but there's a time that Batman had to go through growing pains, and this movie's all about the growing pains. I like that, but one thing it also showed was him being a detective. I felt like Arkham City in there. Did you or did you not?
Repeat your question. I
said it felt like Arkham City in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said he was playing the
Speaking of Arkham, I didn't know Martha was last name was Arkham. I'm like, damn, the whole Arkham thing is a family. That's
nuts. The Arkham. If you turn the Wayne W upside down, it's 2 A's. So, it's the Arkhams, it's the Waynes, the quarterback. It's a whole family and political and all kinds of money stuff that runs Gotham. So yeah.
I'm like, damn, Bruce really tied in. Like,
yeah, he's tied in without even knowing how much he's tied into. Right. Which brings me to one of our main antagonists of the movie, the Riddler.
Hey man, I don't know if you've been seeing the hot takes.
What's been the hot takes of the Riddler?
They saying Riddler might be better than Joker.
I guess they're gonna say he's better than Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, they saying Joker got Heath.
And
I agree.
Here's the thing. He's crazy as shit. Like I said, it's like if you took Kevin Spacey from Seven.
We don't say that name.
Okay, if you took I forgot what his name was in Seven. If you take him and give me 30% of Jigsaw, that's your Riddler.
He was, yes, he was like Jigsaw.
And I was just like, okay, because this is the same Riddler that they put in Batman Earth 1, where he killed an elevator full of people because they couldn't answer the riddle on time. Like I said, the Riddler, me and him have a love-hate relationship. I love the Riddler because he's one of Batman's most powerful villains in his rogue gallery. I can't stand him though because I am not good at riddles at all. The only riddle I know is the one Jerry Seinfeld told his show was black and white, red all the way in the 90s. I'm like, a newspaper. I know that one. They just said,
not you getting excited.
And I was like, but other than that, no, because every time the Riddler is on, even during the Adam West Batman stuff, every time the Riddler's on screen and he says a riddle, I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, God, I can't, because I like to think of myself good under pressure, but when it comes to riddles, don't rely on me. You know what I'm saying? And even when in Batman Forever, when Jim Carrey was just like, riddle me this, riddle me that, who's afraid of the big black bat? Even though he was just saying it just to be like, nobody is. I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, let me think. Who is? And I'm sitting, I hate him. And when I say these were some complicated ass riddles in this movie, I would have never even gotten that far.
Yo, those riddles were hilarious though.
I would have
a liar that it lies still. I'm like, that's hilarious.
I would have never got that. I never would have got that. If it was up to me, do you remember the riddle?
What was the? It was a.
Don't give the answer because she just wants to riddle.
It was why is a liar still bad after it's dead?
No, I think you're saying it wrong.
I think I'm saying it.
I'm gonna see if I can look it up and see.
Oh, it said, "Oh, what does a liar do? Wait, what does a liar do after it's dead?" It lies still.
I said, "Don't get the answer."
Oh, my fault.
She was trying to guess the riddles from.
That's an entendre though. Like, it lies still. It lies still. Like that's.
Yeah, I was like, oh, every riddle in the Batman Explained. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pull some of these up because I was just sitting there because he was
the thumb drive boy.
The thumb drive one blew my mind. I was just like,
that had me cracking up. Yo, like you little jackass. Like, the thumb drive.
The thumb drive and the URL.
Yo, the URL one. I thought I was reaching with that one. I'm like URL. I'm like, it's a website because he just kept saying URL. I'm like URL. Like, what do you? I thought I was bugging, and he was right. It was a website. I'm like, oh shit! All right, I got it.
Yeah.
This is the website you're talking about with the riddles.
Which one you talking about? On is it Screen Rant?
Well, it says that there's a website you can go to that has the riddles.
I think it's the website from the credit scene. No.
So he's there because I found this out. So Thomas Wayne, who was running for mayor, by the way, he was running for mayor in Earth 1, and he was running for mayor in the Joker movie. He was running for mayor, and he had promised
the Joaquin Phoenix one.
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
And he promised this $1 billion dollar donation thing to like the Gotham Orphanage and everything like that. Remember the photographer that was there to try to expose the Waynes? They got killed by Falcone. Talking to you, Kifo.
Yeah.
That ended up being his.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
That ended up being his dad. Which, with him being killed, ended up putting him in an orphanage. Which ended up him and Bruce both became orphans because they lost their parents, but he got to live in a big house, and he had to go to the orphanage and deal with all that stuff that the orphans had to deal with. So his whole master plan was to go back and take out these politicians and reveal, the whole lies tying into everything. And there were some riddles that he said in the beginning that did not come to fruition until the end. Like, remember the one, follow the maze until you find the red, bring them to the light, and you'll find where I'm at?
Mm-hmm. That was
I had to pull it up, and I was like, all right.
Drawn out riddle.
It was, because I was like, they didn't solve that just yet. But that didn't happen until Batman put Falcone. Yeah, Falcone into the street light where he shot him. And he was just like, you brought him into the light. That's what I was talking about. And you see me at the top, and I'm not going to run from you. So, the way that everything was mapped out with him, it was very, very calculated. And I was like, which made him even more scarier. And it also looks like, because Bruce Wayne's tied in everything, and it looks like he wants to kill Bruce Wayne. There is a scene in the movie where as Batman is trying to figure him and Gordon are there, and they finally go to the Riddler's lair, which was like, Kevin Spacey's house from Seven. And he's just like, and he's looking around and he's putting shit together like, wait a minute, does he know who I am? I was in the theater like, run. You got to get out of there, because if they find Bruce Wayne and Batman are the same person, all this stuff is gone. So when he goes to Belle Reve to talk to the Riddler, and he keeps talking, he's doing the Bruce Wayne.
And I thought he was calling. I'm like, damn, identity is out there.
It is, but then as he's talking, he looks as if he doesn't know who Bruce Wayne is, because he is infatuated with the Batman. And during each riddle of each politician he kills, he's been trying to get in touch with Batman. He always gives Batman a letter, leading to when they can finally talk. But I have to ask you, Q, in your personal opinion, do you think the Riddler actually does know who Batman is?
I don't think so.
I think he does. I
don't know.
I have two reasons why I think he knows that that's Bruce Wayne.
Go ahead.
Number one, what is the purpose of a riddle if everybody knows the answer?
True.
And number two, what was the final clue that led to them figuring out that there were bombs playing all over Gotham's pier?
It was that map under his rug.
What was the tool that he left Batman to use?
What was it? A scalper? No, yeah. I forgot what he called it. It was called something.
Let me ask you this.
A tucker.
Let me ask you this. Do rich people use tuckers?
Go ahead. Do rich people use tuckers? No.
So then how would Batman know how to use a tucker? I think he knows who that is, but he don't want to reveal who it is, because that would just let the whole cat in the bag, and then it won't be the funny anymore. Like I said, what's the purpose of a riddle if everybody knows the answer to it? I think he knows, and that he threw him off the set because he's showing off that he is smarter than he lets on.
That could be the case, yeah.
So I like that. Then let's go into Zoe Kravitz and Selena Kyle.
Yes, sir.
AKA as Catwoman. She did a fantastic job.
Sure
I haven't seen Zoe Kravitz in anything in a while, to be honest with you. Not that I've been, like looking for her or anything like that, but I was like, okay, we're getting a whole new Catwoman. I mean, she's like every Batman, we get a whole new kind of Catwoman and stuff like that. So, I thought what she brought to the role was good, and it was right off the pages from year one, and she can handle herself definitely, and how they tied her into, the Falcone family.
Yeah.
And that being her dad, which is from the comic books. They're deep cuts, but that is from the comic books.
I'm about to say they dug in the lore for that one.
Exactly. They definitely did for that one, and I thought that she did a standout job in playing that part. I did
too. I did too. You know what I mean? It ain't Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, you still stuck with Michelle Pfeiffer and he? Because I like Michelle Pfeiffer also, but Michelle Pfeiffer to me is Catwoman. She's Selena Kyle.
She was, yeah, nah. She did good. I keep forgetting it's year one, so the fits ain't really, you know what I mean, the costumes ain't really all the way there. Cause I'm sitting here and like I'm sitting here like nobody really knows. Like you can't just put a nose on her and think, all right, I got her. Like I know who you are now. She really wasn't covered like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm like, all right. No, I think she did a good job though. I think she did a good job. I wasn't mad at her. I wasn't mad at none of the roles, honestly, except for just like Robert as Bruce Wayne, just because I preferred smooth talking billionaire playboy. But besides that, I think everybody nailed their roles, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, everybody nailed them. It's just that there's certain characters I didn't grow on. First of all, I love Jeffrey White as Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, I like him, man.
Yeah,
I like him since the Bond movies.
Of course, he got a lot of backlash for the obvious, but you know what? I was like, I want to see how he do. I want to see how he do because first of all, people, y'all gotta understand something. It ain't like Jeffrey White burst down the door and said, change the character's race and let me be Commissioner Gordon. The man went in to apply for a job.
Right.
The people making this movie is who decided what they wanted to do. Y'all bringing the hate at the wrong people. As if there shouldn't be no hate being brought at all. So, with that being said, I was like, his Commissioner Gordon and Rob Pattinson's Batman chemistry, I'm sorry to say, was better than Gordon and Bale.
Yeah.
I like Gary Oldman. I love Gary Oldman. I love the Christian Bale. I love the dynamic as Commissioner Gordon and Batman. But they felt like partners in this one. It felt like a dark ass buddy cop.
Now that you say that, yeah, it was like a dark ass buddy cop film.
Is it because they were sitting there and going over all the evidence together, stuff like that, and even when it was coming to like when he said, "Yo," to help him escape the police department, and I was like, he was like trying to get with him and stuff like that, and I was just like, if first of all, to be honest with you, I didn't know Batman was gonna make it. Because I was like, there wasn't no smoke screen or nothing. This man was like, Batman was hauling ass. Okay, he was just like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And I was like, this shows the little inexperience of Batman. And when he got to the top, like, oh my God, I gotta put my squirrel suit on and I gotta fly out of here. And I crashed. Like, I'm not used to this. So, and Dump Cops was coming. I was like the whole GCPD was after him. So yeah, I like him, Gordon, and Colin Farrell. Didn't realize it was Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot and the Penguin.
The Penguin.
Oh, I can't wait to see his show on HBO Max.
He's getting a show.
Oh, he's getting a show, and Gordon's getting a show.
They just handing anybody a show at this point. Well, Jesus.
I mean, they're doing the Gordon show to do the Gotham PD. And then Oswald Cobblepot's taking over the Falcone crime family, so he's going to be doing that also. So we're going to probably be getting that character building because they're probably try to quickly build a Batman universe for us so we can get Rob Pattinson to the Batman that you're more used to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking going on. The only thing I was a little down about was Alfred, and I say that because Alfred didn't have that many scenes in there. He didn't have that many scenes, and Andy Serkis he was more like I taught him how to fight, and I was supposed to be there for your father when he was killed, but I wasn't, and I was like, but. I don't know. It didn't feel like Alfred to me. But
yeah, I was about to say it didn't feel very. The chemistry was kind of.
Yeah, but yeah,
authentic. That's the word I'm looking for.
Especially when he had that bomb, and I was just like, "You're Alfred. Why would you open that package up? It get blown up like that?" At that point, I really thought he was dead. I really thought they like that. Like they had balls to kill off Alfred this early, but he ended up.
I'm sitting here like, damn, like we just gonna get Lucius Fox now, huh?
Exactly. I would have liked Lucius. I know Lucius Fox probably is not gonna come till later, but I definitely like. Okay, it just scared me for a little bit, so I was like, oh wow, they really doing this. So every Batman has a Batmobile. How do you feel about the Batmobile?
Second best Batmobile, period.
Behind the what?
Michael Keaton.
I love Michael Keaton's Batmobile. I thought you were gonna say the Tumbler.
Yeah, hell, I hate the Tumbler.
You hate the Tumbler?
I hate the Tumbler.
What? I think
Tumbler, man. It's just it's so clunky, man. No.
What is my latest? Oh, okay. I'll go ahead. What Batmobile is, but
Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson.
First of all, I like how they show. See, once again, it's at the beginning. The Batmobile, it was there. It scared people, but also it stalled. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's what it would
stall.
do
I'm like,
on that muscle car. It stalled, and I was like, this is fucking great. But then, of course, that chase scene goes, and it's like, Batman is not really trained in all that stuff just yet. And he was just like, I just wanted more because I'm not afraid to die.
Right.
So that's what made that joke cool. For me, that's what I said. That's why I was like it. Once I understood what Batman they were doing, it was cool. So, which one is the worst one? Well, first of all, I'm gonna ask my lovely wife. Lady Sketch, out of all the Batman movies, which one is your favorite Batmobile?
I'm a sucker for the old school.
Which old school? Because you got that Batman Forever ice blue joint with the the Joe Schumacher one.
No, like the classic, like Michael Keaton.
Love that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the old ones. The newfangled ones is kind of just like.
Oh, so you wasn't a fan
Too
of the...
much for me. Old lady, get off my lawn.
You wasn't a fan of the Tumbler?
Not really.
Nobody liked the Tumbler?
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like, this is my favorite.
No, it's horrible. You were right the first time.
No, man, that joint had the bike. It turned to the bike. Like, come on now.
No, I mean, it's cool. Like,
get out of it. Just get a Bat motorcycle. Like,
it's not my favorite one.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say it's hard, but I wouldn't put it at the bottom of my list like Q apparently is.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I like the old school.
The old school. I mean,
the one I had the toy of.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I like Michael Keaton's and Batman the Animated Series also. Those are some of my favorite Batmobiles also. I think the worst one has got to be Batman Forever.
Who's that? Val Kilmer's?
Yeah, the Val Kilmer's one that had the big flappy
with the
bats
neon
in the
blue.
back.
No, thank you.
With all that blue, ice cold Gatorade energy lights go up the side of it.
Yeah, right. Clooney's wasn't bad. Nah.
Okay, so
Clooney's in the middle.
What?
In the middle?
What? You talking about the Val Kilmer one?
No, he said
Clooney.
Oh, Clooney. I don't talk about Clooney no more. I don't talk about the Clooney Batman.
Well, we just talking about the Batmobiles. We ain't talking about Batman.
All that shit. All that shit is the same. All that shit is the same to me. Sorry. While we going with the spoiler, I have another riddle for my wife. Don't cheat.
I'm currently shaking up my drink.
Don't cheat.
No, I'm saying you can be on the phone. Check it out. Okay. It can be cruel, poetic, or blind, but when it's denied, it's violence you may find.
It's justice.
Okay.
She got you.
This is why I gotta be. It's remember the scene where what was it? Bill Skarsgård's brother.
Not Bill Skarsgård's brother.
Yeah.
Alexander.
Yeah. There you go. When he was
damn, bro. Just fuck that man name, huh?
I'm sorry, man. Look, because he got captured. Because he was a DA. He was doing some shady stuff. He had the bomb around his neck type thing, and he made him crash into a funeral.
Oh.
This really was deep. Okay.
He was wilding.
Because the murder they got killed in the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. They had his funeral. And his opponent was there, who was running against him. She was at the funeral. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, his son was there because, and he was hurt. And then Bruce kept looking at him because he was like, I know it's like to lose a father
a dad, yeah.
in that kind of way.
Was he looking at him in like the brooding Edward vampire eyes? Is that what was...
I will not say that. But okay. as they're in the church, he looks up at the balcony and there's just this one guy that's just looking. But he can't see. He sees a silhouette.
Oh man!
And he don't see him, and then all of a sudden, he hears like all kind of screaming, and everybody's running, and he's just still standing there. And this car comes through the church, up the aisleway. Bruce has to go and save this kid because he's like right there in the front, like right there where his dad's casket is at. Oh, and he drives up on the church, and then when he gets out, he got the cell phone taped to his hand and a bomb collar around his neck. And he said it's going to keep ringing until the Batman picks up. And you know what I'm saying, he was just frustrated, and they said the little.
I want to know how that phone ain't died, because it seemed like
you know
it been ringing all night.
That shit went on to the nighttime. Because first of all, Bruce had to get out of there. Mm-hmm. They had to come back as Batman. Mm-hmm. But the cops had everything all surrounded. No, that's what I'm saying. No, it was chaotic.
Oh,
because, and like I said, he had to come back at night. That's what I'm saying. That's what he said. I don't know how the phone ain't died, because the phone just kept sitting there ringing, and they sent like one of those little police bots in there. And he was just like, "Where is Batman at?" Then when Batman came out there, the Riddler said, "I'll give you, if you want to keep your head, you got to answer these three riddles in 3 minutes."
58 minutes.
Oh,
58 seconds.
Oh, 58 seconds? It was
58 seconds.
Shh. I'm dead.
I wish they would give him an hour to answer riddles.
No, I said 3 minutes. That's what I said. But okay. Because so and Batman was sitting there helping him out. The way you answer justice is how he answered justice. Mm-hmm. He was like, "It's justice." That would have been me. I'd have been like, because it was funny, because he was like, okay, hold on, could you repeat the riddle? Because that's what I was doing. That's the same shit I would do.
Repeat the riddle.
The time was so about that. I'm like, could you repeat the riddle? I actually kind of laughed out loud when that happened. Here go the second riddle he gave him. If you are justice, please don't lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
It's obviously something to do with turning a blind eye to something.
I'll let you think on that one.
Okay,
yeah. So, I thought that to me, that whole church funeral and Alexander Skarsgård's whole scene was dope to me. I was on the edge of my seat for that one, because then it was to the point where he didn't want to answer the last riddle, because he was like, I know I did some dirty shit, and they're going to kill me if I say anything, but if I stay quiet, at least my family be okay. He was willing to take that L. I was like, what?
Dang, what did you do?
Batman was holding him like, bruh, just tell me what. And he blew up.
Mm-hmm.
He blew up and launched Batman back, and it was just like, I did not see that coming.
Wow.
I did not see that coming.
What was the last riddle, or he didn't give it to him?
He did give him the last riddle.
He did give him the last riddle, but it blew up.
He wouldn't answer, but I gave you the second one. I'll see if you're going to answer the second one.
So, if your justice don't lie, what's the price for a blind?
If your justice, please don't lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
Is it a bribe?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So in the last one,
but he wanted a specific. The Riddler wanted a specific number. You wouldn't have known that, but yeah.
Exactly what I'm saying. But he knows the actual riddle. And his last one was, I mean, now it's obviously more to the movie. He was like, since your justice is so select, please tell us which vermin you paid to protect.
The penguin?
Well, the answer was the rat.
So
whoever the rat was.
Oh, I'm thinking it's like we bringing in another villain or something.
Exactly. Okay. No, exactly. No. But by the way, like I said, Colin Farrell was great as the penguin.
He was good as the penguin.
Didn't even know that was him.
Him or Danny DeVito?
Oh, definitely Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Here's my thing with Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Here's my thing with Danny DeVito.
You don't like when he bit the dude nose off?
No, because that was Tim Burton being Tim Burton. I was just like,
definitely was.
And I was like, listen, I get it, because it's this is back when they was doing superheroes extremely cheesy. They was all one dimensional. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Cobblepot is a crime boss, okay? And the reason why he's a penguin is because of the scars on his face that kind of like shape his nose and face to be like a penguin shape, and he has that problem with his hip that he wilds like a penguin. That's where the penguin shit comes from. But he's a crime boss.
So it's kind of like in the actual mob where they call these people things behind their back kind of deal, but you don't say it to their face.
Yeah, because you call him Oswald.
No, they was calling him Oz. Yeah.
Oz, yeah, you call him Oz. You call him the penguin.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but that's what he is, though. I'm saying, but it's like when Batman went to the which this is how Batman early is. When he go to the club, you hear a knock at the door, and what they had these twin bodyguards. But he opens the door. It's Batman at the door. And I'm just like, yo, that's kind of funny. Batman knocking on the door against the club.
What was it? Did you Desperate Housewives?
What? You talking about the twins?
The twins, yeah.
I guess I don't know where they're from though. But...
Well, they're from Desperate Housewives. I was asking Lady Sketch.
I didn't see him. I didn't see who played him.
Oh. No, I was asking though. Did you see Desperate Housewives?
Oh yeah, I used to watch Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, it was the two twins, Preston and Porter. It was them.
I have to go back and look. I feel like if I go look at him, like, oh, okay. It's been a minute.
But he wanted to go see the Penguin.
Okay.
And usually, season Batman is like kind of like when he wanted to see Salvatore Maroni in The Dark Knight, and he snuck into that club, beat everybody's ass when the things were flashing. He's kind of picked him up. This man knocked on the door. It's like, do you know who I am? And it was just like,
okay, bro.
He closed on his face. He brought out his twin. He was just like, yo, man. And then he got the ass whooped. And he goes into the club like that, and all scared looking like, who is this guy? And they start whooping everybody's ass. But it's just so funny that Batman has to go knock on the door because he has to learn all that other stuff. He had to go to the Penguin. I thought that was kind of cool. Another riddle for you. I grew up from a seed as tough as a weed, but in a mansion in a slum. I'll never know where I come from. Do you know what I am?
Are you talking about an orphan?
Like, why aren't you in this movie?
I was like, because these aren't really difficult riddles.
To me, I'm sitting there, you don't understand, I'm turning the pages in my imaginary head. I'm sitting there like, yo, the countdown, like, my neck would have been blown, like, just like he did. He said, could you repeat the riddle for, I would have said it for every one of them. And when Batman was just like, it's justice. He said, it's what? It's justice. Just say it's justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine, I got you. Is it okay if you stay? So,
yo, Riddler's random outrage moments was kind of added to his character, man. Where he was just spazzing out of nowhere. No, you don't get to answer that. Yep. I'm like, yo, relax.
Him and Belle Reeve threw me off. Because when Batman started talking all that, Batman shit, talking about some bureaucracy, he's like, no, this is not how it was supposed to go. Yeah. And I was like,
how it was supposed to go.
And he sitting there like crying because he was upset. Like him and Batman would be friends.
Who? The Riddler?
Yes, he's
crazy.
He planned this whole shit so him and Batman could be at the same place. Because he doesn't
we're a team. We're not a team.
Because in one of the cards it said, "See you in hell." Belle Reeve was considered hell. And they were both there, which is Arkham Asylum.
That's Joe?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they were both supposed to be there, and then the cars were supposed to explode. And they were supposed to watch it together. Because what Batman doesn't know is that the reason why in the movie he was like, I can't be the way I was before because I've inspired all this.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when they was in the arena and he was fighting one of the masked Riddlers, and Gordon comes up there, pulls off the mask. He's like, "Who are you?" in the Jeffrey White voice, and I was just like,
"It's Jeffrey White voice."
And he was just like, "I'm vengeance," but then Batman was just like, "Oh shit," because that's what I say, and people are taking what I'm doing. And they're turning into their own crazy ass thing.
Okay, yeah.
And when I say this man is like really crazy, like, he only has like 500 followers on Twitter, on like Instagram. But them 500 followers is the crazy ones, motherfuckers that will come and take over that arena and start trying to pick off everybody.
Okay.
Q-Flow, did you see the flood happening?
You asked me, did I expect a flood to happen?
Yes.
Or
like
no.
That plan? Because I said that
plan was genius. Honestly,
I told Lay Sketch he gave Bane a run for his money.
Oh, facts.
He gave Bane a run for his money.
He didn't wait. He made sure I'm gonna give this speech and it's gonna happen while I'm giving this speech. He wasn't one of those. I'm gonna give you this speech and then I'm gonna go start the clock or something like.
No, the clock, because you know why? This is why I think he knows who Batman is. Because peep this, if Bruce Wayne fucked up, Batman messed up. Because remember the Penguin said, that is the worst Spanish I ever heard. You don't know the difference between la and is it El Lada and La Lada?
Yeah.
And it was just like, like it's like it kind of threw him off. And this is why I think he knows it's Bruce Wayne, because if he shows that I am getting closer to knowing who you are, it takes you away from the bigger picture, which was using that carpet piece to pull up the carpet, because like I said, which person would not be pulling up carpet, themselves? That's somebody paid them to do that. To pull that up and to see the map on the floor at my place where all the lights are at, where all the stuff is hitting at. If he had not went against the plan and just focused on getting the Riddler and working with Gordon, they would have stopped him. He threw him off. And then he flooded Gotham. And I was just like, so that he said when they were flooded, they're going to come running. And everybody came and ran to the Gotham Square Garden. Remember that?
Hey,
Gotham Square Garden.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that.
I was like, y'all can just call it Gotham Square. Y'all didn't call it Gotham Square Garden. I'm like, bro, y'all got Master Garden, like, around the block. You know what I'm saying?
Where tethered Lupita was giving her speech at.
Yeah.
Don't act like she ain't look like Lupita.
She kind of did, but
she looked like I thought it was her for a little bit.
Sensational child,
I'm sick of her.
Okay, we ain't talking about the essence of beauty here. Okay, I'm just saying, but she did look like Lupita. But you know what I did not expect? For her to get shot. Look, sis,
they bodyguarded that lady.
They was all in there. It's all flooded. Jeffrey White go in there. He's just like, look, we got to get Mayor. We got to get you out of here. And she says, this is the problem with Gotham. And the problem's going on because you got these crooked politicians. Everybody's going to run. Well, I'm not going to run. And she go out there to the podium.
Shucky ducky.
She go out to the podium. And then she go out there try to calm everybody down. I'm like, sis.
Ma'am.
And she look up. And that boy right there with that sniper. Pow! I was like, oh, damn it.
So okay,
right.
I know this might seem like a stupid question. Did she die?
No,
she did not die.
Okay.
At first, I thought because the way she landed, I was like, "Oh, she is gone." And Jeff was like, "Get the fuck." So, honestly, he was pissed because he was like, "Who's in charge?" And he said, "Man, we don't know. Everybody's trying to get away. We try to make." He's like, "All right, hey, all right, follow my lead, okay?" So this is what we got to do. When I say Batman looked worried. Okay, because Batman in all the other movies, he don't look worried. He don't look like there's something wrong with this. When he found out that the Riddler set him up and these bombs were going to go, he looked genuinely scared. Like him and what was it, Ramirez, the police officer, they was both looking like, oh my God, let me radio somebody, bro. The whole city is being flooded right now. Right. All the piers that's holding the water back from Gotham on this island is coming in. And people are just running and go. People trying to get out the city. It's hectic everywhere. And they all sitting there ready to pick all these people up. I was like, what kind of plan is this? This was crazy.
Yes, it was.
And he just sitting in the jail, so it's looking like boom as each van was blowing up. And I was just like, and now I don't know how Batman got his ass in there, because he definitely blew up the roof and crashed up into Gotham Square Garden. Mm-hmm. And started, doing. Stop calling it Gotham Square Garden. And he started doing.
That's where it was.
That's exactly what it was. And he started doing with Christian Bale had those night vision goggles on in the dark night, and was just started take out all the Joker thugs and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He's just knocking them down, having them hang from the top. I was like, this is just like Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, all them games that we be playing.
Right.
And then Selena Kyle goes to help him, and then Jeffrey White sees him up there. He's like, yo, how do I get up there? I was just like, that is the realest Negro I've seen in my life. That's his homie. That's his partner. Okay? like I was telling Q when you was going, I said him and Gary Owen, Bale and Owens was good, but White and Patterson got a chemistry like it's like a dark ass buddy cop movie.
It was.
It's a dark ass buddy cop movie. And then when it gets flooded, like there's about to be this a big electrical part about to fall into the water, and Batman goes and kind of cuts off the extra leverage so it won't fall into the water. He falls into the water himself. Mm-hmm. But that's when he comes out, and then he sees that the mayor and these people are trapped over at this one part, and instead of doing launch Pittsburgh and just putting his hand out to say it's over for us like in Man of Steel, he goes and moves it. And he takes the light because the power went out. And he kind of guides them all to safety until the martial law comes there and flies away. He goes and becomes the hero now, opposed to being the vengeance.
The vigilante.
And the vigilante.
The vengeance.
And then the Riddler is just in his cell crying. He's upset. And then we find out who his cellmate is.
Oh, Lord. Who's the cellmate?
And his cellmate is the Joker.
Jared Leto is back.
It's not Jared Leto.
That's not Jared Leto?
It's not Jared Leto. Do you know who that is?
For the love of God.
Who is it?
It's the guy from Eternals.
Oh, the one who plays the dude who flew into the sun?
No.
Icarus? Oh.
The one who can mind control everybody.
Really?
Yes, that's him.
Get out.
That's him.
He got two bags. They got an MCU and a DCEU bag.
Exactly. Yes. So that is him in the cell, and he gives the last riddle of the movie to the Riddler, and he says, "Riddle me this: the less of them you have, the more one is worth." I'll give it that for you, ladies.
You said what happened?
This is the last riddle of the movie that the Joker gives the Riddler. Riddle me this: the less of them you have, the more one is worth.
It's not like a villain or something like that, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's an actual riddle. And that was the last riddle he gave the Riddler in the movie.
The less of them you have, the more one is worth. A hero?
No.
Because that's what my mind is. I know it's probably a deeper answer here.
You want the answer, or you want to keep thinking?
I'll keep thinking. Give me the answer for about 5 minutes.
Okay. Don't cheat.
I'm looking up this man from the Eternals.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually.
I gotta look up his face.
Yes. Well, he's gonna play it. Well, I mean, and this looks like the more grounded version of Joker. It looks like a mixture of the whole chemical plant mixed with a grounded Joker. It's not like a Heath Ledger. I just put clown paint on and I carved my face. I'm crazy as shit.
Okay.
This looks like more like this man has a because at first my homie was like, "That's Two-Face." I was like, Two-Face is not that prominent.
It's not Two-Face.
To be in a jail cell like that.
I wasn't there, and I know it wasn't Two-Face.
And I was just like, first of all, Harvey Dent is the actual role when it comes to a politician.
Yes.
And I'm like,
he would have been more likely. You could have been like, he's the mayor or something.
Yeah, no, and then I mean, like, we gotta get introduced to Harvey Dent, and then we gotta, Falcone. I mean, Baroni has to,
Which one is he? That's the case. The slide over.
Right there.
This man?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Yes, he is obviously playing the new Joker, and I was like, he's creepy as shit. I don't know if I'm sold on his laugh just yet.
Oh no.
Because everybody has their own Joker laugh. Like first, I wasn't sold on Joaquin Phoenix's laugh yet neither, but I got used to it. I think you're trying to remember that laugh.
No, I'm thinking about this riddle.
Oh, this riddle. Okay, yeah. So he appears at the end, and I'm like, if it was a regular movie, like a 2.5 hour movie, that would have been the post credit scene.
Okay.
But I was like, they said, no, we're going to just
throw it all in there. Put it all in a pot.
Throw it all in there. Selena Kyle is going to leave Gotham because she did. I forgot to mention, because she goes to, she has a friend. I forgot what her friend's name was. Annika, yeah. And Annika gets killed.
Oh.
And she like, No, I want this. Okay, and when Falcone's like Annika tried to call her, and you hear what happened to her in the background, her getting strangled.
Oh no.
And stuff like that, and then we found out that Falcone did it, and she was just like, "I'm gonna go kill him." But you know, Batman's like the no guns type thing. She like,
I ain't say I was gonna kill him with a gun.
Yeah, you can't be signed for Batman saying no guns when you on Team Cap.
And then he get. First of all, let me throw some names out there real quick. You know, just people who would have got the job done. Deadpool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Red Hood. Frank Castle. Wolverine. Jesus, that's a man's hero right there.
And all the people don't like Cap.
Get the job. I was only Team Cap for Civil War. We stop acting like we don't know who my favorite character is. Please. We are going to stop this. All right. Black Widow, we can make those jokes. She got the job done when she needed to get the job done. All right. Batman. All this no gun shit is why your ops is best friends in jail instead of 6 feet underground. All right. In the words of John Cena, Peacemaker, Batman's a pussy. Get the job done. Get the job done.
You giving folks opportunity to get together and make bigger plans.
You're right. However, but in this movie, even though she didn't kill her dad, the Riddler did, and she knew Jack City shit out of him. And I mean,
she knew Jack City, her dad.
Yes, because what happened was the whole after they were fighting, and then the police came, and then Falcone was just like to Jeffrey White. He says, "Man, this supposed to scare me? What's it going to do to you?" He said, "You know, all your cops is in my pocket." And then he pulls by. He's like, "Not everyone. You see the cops out there, they're like the good cops."
Yeah,
and they come arrest cops. Him, and then the people come out there and talk about, "So you're the rat.
I'll kill you."
What'd you say?
He told him, "You the rat. I'm gonna shoot you."
Oh yeah, he was about to Lee Harvey Oswald him. And then, he was, and then a shot came.
You mean Jack Ruby him?
Jack Ruby. There you go. He about to Jack Ruby him, and he gets tackled to the ground, and he's like, "Wait, but that wasn't my gun." And it was the Riddler that shot him because Batman had brought him into the light.
Brought the rat under the light,
into the light, to the street light. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Celia kind of just looked at him, and she was like, just like Ice-T did after West Side got shot. It's just like, all right, he had to go.
I thought you meant she Nino Brown and my brother's keeper. No, I was about to say, yo, that's some fuck shit.
She almost had him, but then Batman knew that she better go mess shit up because who was the guy that she had tied up on top where the bat signal was at?
It was the cop, the crooked cop. I forgot his name. It was like Kenny or something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because he let everybody know that the cops and the politicians, everybody is all in Falcone's pocket. You know what I'm saying? And he said, Carmine Falcone has been the mayor for the past 20 years. You think this election means shit? It don't. Because it's gonna be the same thing. And then she was going to kill him because he was responsible for killing Annika as well.
He just want to walk him off the roof.
No, she was going to shoot him. And that's what Batman said, no guns.
And then get out of here.
And she says, all right, kill guns. She kicked him off the roof. And then, so
you can collect your payment. Downstairs.
She did 300 him off the roof.
Yeah,
though.
she did. And then she jumped off the roof herself and whipped herself down. After Batman and Gordon had to sit there and help him up because he had to hurry and grab her and bring her back up. And he was just like, all right, Gordon, you put these this voicemail to the light. I'll go and stop her. He had to go down to the club, and right when she's about to shoot Falcone, he cut all the power. Mm. And so she was fighting and doing all that stuff in the dark. She was gonna murk him. She is bad by herself. She was gonna murk him. And she was bad all by herself. And I ain't talking about the Taraji guy. She was bad all by herself.
Shut up, yeah.
Did you find the riddle?
No, go ahead. What's the answer?
A friend.
Oh. Okay, I get it.
And then they both
see what we were just talking about. No, we're not supposed to be making friends in jail, and so we can plan on how to take down Batman.
Yo,
we should be dead.
Let me tell you something. The Riddler and the Joker playing shit together is the most. This Riddler, if this was Jim Carrey's Riddler, fine. I'm like, go ahead, do whatever you want. I'm talking about this Riddler and the Joker. Period. Joker has never been right.
He's not right in the mind.
And I'm just like, oh my god, y'all got some shit
again.
Because
this is Batman's fault. Whatever happens next is Batman's
However,
fault.
I would have kind of hoped, because I was like, I don't know which way DCEU was going, but if there had been Joaquin Phoenix in the jail, that
would have made sense.
I would have popped some, because a lot of his story is similar to this Batman story, and I'd have been like, oh shit, this crazy Joaquin Phoenix teaming up with this version of the Riddler.
Are they really still trying to do like the DCEU for real? Because it seems like things just are disjointed.
They're still doing DCEU. It's just that right now we have a fan divide. You have half the fans that want to restore the Snyderverse, and you have the other fans that's like, let's go on with the new stuff.
Still seems disconnected.
Oh, it's very much disconnected. It's not in order stuff like that, like Marvel is, but they're coming along with their stuff, such as with now they're getting TV shows now, kind of like how Marvel's getting TV shows, and right now they're going back and doing the slow build and doing things their way. And they're different Marvel way. I know it's like Marvel has a thing where we get 5-7 movies, then we get Avengers, and then we go for another 5-7 movies and get another Avengers, stuff like that. They're going a different way here. They're trying to truly establish the universe first before we get another Justice League.
Okay.
So another Justice League is going to come, but we're going to establish the universe first. And like I said, we're going to bring all these things out, and we're going to see how this thing plays out. So. Yeah, that was our spoiler talk on the Batman. Oh, how'd you feel about the whole Thomas Wayne thing, Q-Flow?
What about his dad being corrupt?
Yeah,
it was a nice little twist. I definitely didn't see it coming. I will respect them for, even though they brought up his parents a lot, they did not show us the alleyway.
They didn't show us no deaths in there either, because it's like they left it to your imagination. Remember
but the parents?
Yeah.
We didn't see Bruce Wayne's parents die enough, okay?
I agree.
Enough.
And
I'm over it.
Any of the Riddler deaths, they did not show. They left it to your imagination.
Is this PG-13?
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Really?
It's like because...
a lot of F-bombs for TV-13.
What'd you say?
How many? I thought you only get one F-bomb. It was like 12.
I mean, I really think it is like an obscure number. Like, if you have 13 Fs, it has to be an R-rated movie or something like that. But in a certain amount of blood or something like that. Well, it's something weird. Like, in that...
The one thing where he had the rats chew the bull face off, I'm glad I didn't see that.
That's
a
lot.
That would have made it R for sure.
Yeah, because... He had this contraption. He had this contraption on the guy where he injected the rats with rat poison.
Oh.
And there was a tube of rats right here. And once they get released, it's going to come right to his face. And they were going to chew his face. And since they're already injected with poison, the poison was going to go within him also. So he was just going to get a painful ass death. And I was just like... And they didn't show us it, but it was just like when Jeffrey White showed the penguin, he was like this, look with the rest. He said, look what, he did, to this guy's face. And he was like, oh, what are you showing me?
Shut up, yeah.
That shit was, I was like, you don't know, you don't see it, but the way he's reacting to it is like, oh, I ain't trying to see no chewed up man's face. That's just gross.
Ew.
Shoot about rats. First of all, oh my god, just having just think about. Oh god, see, that's what I'm saying. It creeped me out. This guy is batshit insane.
Yeah,
that's intense.
And he looks like the most like I hate to be a stereotypical guy.
He looks like a pedophile. Bro.
Like it's just like nerdy clean cut white guy with the glasses on who smile like this.
Oh.
Yes, he is creepy. You know what I'm saying?
So like the white version of Jamie Foxx's character for the Amazing Spider-Man?
No.
No.
No,
I would
he
say
is
white
like
version Jamie Foxx character from Collateral.
Okay. Jamie Foxx?
Remember he's
He's a cab driver.
yeah, the
I'm
character.
thinking the dude that like walk real pleasant with the windbreaker that's always zipped all the way up to their neck. Y'all know what I'm talking about? No,
I know
okay,
something. Yeah, but if he got the look. I was like, he's average, but if I just see him in a coffee store drinking by himself like he was, I'm just like, you know what? I'm closed for the night. You know what? We had a coffee, tea, and anything else you like to drink.
Now we all gotta die because you just lied to this man about being out of coffee.
No, I just said no because I just said you gotta go to the coffee shop. I shut down, go out the back door. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Turn the bat signal on and just leave. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the bat signal on.
and just leave.
I'm telling you, when you told me about the thing about the bat signal, I immediately thought of that meme like Batman just come out the shadows and break your arm because you went to go buy a bag of weed at midnight. Bruh, because I would be definitely afraid to do anything that was even remotely kind of illegal.
It would, but you see, I don't want to kill the joke because the joke was funny, but he'll beat the drug dealer's ass. He'll beat the drug dealer's ass. He'll break his ass on.
Everybody is going. I feel like everybody finna get it, especially the Batman y'all was talking about in the beginning of the movie. He was just out here just doing whatever. Everybody getting it.
Boy, when he put that attention to that boy's neck though, like, nah, like yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah, that was
He's pissed. But see, even the guy that they was trying to knock out and jump, he's like, please don't hurt me. He just sit there and look at him and then just walks away. I'm just like, that is some scary shit right there. Mm. And like I said, and that song that they had, that score they had when he comes out the darkness, I'm just like, God, that is something. That's like, wow, that is perfect right there. So that is our spoiler review for the Batman. Like I said, I want to try hopefully to go check it out one more time before it comes out on Blu-ray in June because they already got a date for it, June 13th. Mm. So that thing is making money and stuff like that. This is successful. And so far there's one for DC. I hope the other three are good. We got Black Adam, Flash, and Aquaman. They got to be good.